Yeah, I know what type of time I'm on when I step in the scene, man. Had them bottles ready, had them sparkles ready. It's gonna be a good night. Last time around, it was different. Somebody tell them pay attention, nigga.
To it. Yeah. Welcome to this brand new episode of Another Shit Opinion Podcast. This is your boy John. I call is Dev. You also know him as Dev in the back. And let's get to it, These Mount Rushmores have been trending.
Yo, the only thing people talk about, they got a Mount Rushmore for every fucking thing now.
Yeah, I feel like every time they do a Mount Rushmore, it trends with other topics, but this is the one like now everybody's just posting.
Yeah, going crazy.
Mount Rushmore after Mount Rushmore.
Every fucking day it's a new Mount Rushmore.
You might have to jump in that one and create one for like the social media platform, one for OSA, one for Culture Capsule.
Okay.
Just touch a genre that hasn't been touched yet that will resonate with everybody. Right. Shit, fuck it. N64 games or some shit like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's something that's gonna resonate with everybody and get people talking. Cause that shit is trending right now. So
I see them allergies kicking your ass right now.
Yeah, my nose is fucking running right now. I don't know.
Eyes look all red and shit.
I don't know, man.
Allergies kicking your ass. It's that time, brother.
Weather good, shit. I feel fine. I don't feel nothing, but nose is running. So gotta see how that goes. Yeah. But first, we're gonna be talking about two Mount Rushmores. But the first Mount Rushmore, we're gonna talk about something from our childhood, the Disney Mount Rushmore.
And who's on the Disney Mount Rushmore?
Okay, let me scroll up. They had Raven-Symoné, Miley Cyrus, Selena Gomez, and Zendaya.
Okay. I'm not mad at it because I just know growing up how big they are, how big they were as stars. I think Zendaya's there because of her stardom now. But when I looked at this, I was thinking like, who was the shit when they was a Disney star? Raven definitely. Miley definitely. I think Selena and Zendaya, you can mix them out with a little few people. I think Hilary Duff, when you go to...
I think Hilary Duff is definitely one that should be on it.
Yeah, like when you think about... Because I'm thinking about how big Hilary Duff was while Lizzie Lohan was going on. Like, she was just a star. Like, she was big. Yes, because she started on Disney, but she was a star at the same time. So I think Hilary Duff definitely needs to be there. I will have Selena there before Zendaya, but I don't really. I think I don't know. I can't think about it. Nobody offhand. I definitely think Hilary Duff should be there. Like, Hilary Duff definitely knocks off Zendaya or Selena Gomez. Who else? I would say
Disney has a big world to pick from.
Yeah, they got a lot. I mean, Disney produces the child stars. Like, that's what they do. I've seen a lot of people talking about putting Shia LaBeouf on there.
They went all, I'm gonna say they did go all female. So my man
they did a whole women. Could have had my guy Orlando Jones on there, you know what I'm saying?
Brown?
I mean, not Orlando Jones. Orlando Brown.
Orlando Jones is coming from
on there.
The other actor.
That's the comedian, the older nigga.
That's the one that was in the replacement.
That was the one who's in what?
The Replacements, the receiver that couldn't catch.
Right. Started off in Bad TV and shit. Yes, that's Orlando Jones. But yeah,
and Shia. Drumline is much more.
Right. Yeah.
Pivotal role for him.
Right. Shia though, I would say put
He could be
Hillary.
in it.
Look,
Unless they specified as an all-female one, which they didn't say.
yeah,
It's just Mount
they did
Rushmore.
say that. I would say Shia and Hillary Duff are the two that would be on there with Raven and
Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus. They gotta have a brother on there. They gotta have one of the guys. Like, how y'all gonna say none of the guys was big in Disney? Like, Shia was big, and then look at Shia. When Shia was cooking,
Yeah.
he was cooking. Imagine he had Even Stevens, and Hose is probably one of the greatest Disney Channel movies to ever happen.
I don't think it was a Disney. It might be a Disney movie. I don't think it was a Disney Channel movie. Though.
It went to the movies.
Yeah, it was in the theaters.
Okay. Maybe because I only saw it on Disney. Right. Because I only saw it on the Disney Channel. That's why I thought it was.
Holes made the movie theaters, but yeah, he did that. And then he did Transformers franchise.
Yo, he was cooking at Eagle Eye. He was cooking Disturbia. He was really like cooking at one point. Like Shia was like,
yes, yeah, he really should have shot. Like
Shia was really like one of the top acting dogs. Like when he was cooking, he was really cooking. He had that. He had the fucking Indiana Jones joint. He had that movie with him and Tom Hardy where they was like brothers. Yo, Shia was cooking.
My God, Shia got some movies. I know he said he was going to take a break from like doing the big budget movies.
Yeah,
he does more like the not low budget, but more independent type movies.
But yeah, Shia was cooking, man. Especially with Disturbia. I love Disturbia. I love that movie. The Transformer series. I think they got to put some respect on Shia's name, man. I know, he went through some shit, and went through some shit. Had issues with his family.
The movie you're talking about was Lawless, right?
Yeah, Lawless.
That was a good movie too.
Yeah, it was. That's what I'm saying. Shia was cooking, man. They gotta put more respect. When we talking about like bringing money to Disney, Shia was one of those guys, man. So I'll take off no disrespect to Zendaya or Selena because I love both of them. I know how big Wizards of Waverly Place was. And then Zendaya had Shake It Up Chicago, and then she went to Casey Undercover, which is a really good show that I enjoy. But I think Shia definitely deserves to be there. And when it comes to like child stars and they shows being big, Hillary Duff was one of the first to get a Lizzie McGuire movie. Like she did the Cinderella story. Like Hillary was really fucking cooking.
No, she definitely was.
She was cooking so much. I thought her name was Lizzie McGuire.
Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah, man. Y'all gotta put some respect on Hillary Duff's names, man. Hillary Duff, Shia LaBeouf definitely should be here over Selena and Zendaya. Y'all can drop a comment if y'all agree or disagree, or if y'all got somebody else that y'all feel should be there. But I definitely think, all bias aside, Shia LaBeouf and Hillary Duff should definitely be on the Disney Mount Rushmore. But Disney always had a bunch of stars. Dove Cameron. There's a few girls and stars that I liked on there. My guy, he passed away not too long ago.
Cameron Bryce.
Yeah, Cameron. He was cooking.
He was on the Grown Ups movie.
Grown Up series. Yeah, Grown Ups movie. He did Dorian watch that shit all the time, but it's like the bad kids of the Disney villains. Yeah, man. You could put Dylan and Cole Sprouse, they show was big. The hotel shit. Sweet Life and Zach and Cody.
The twins.
Dylan and Cole, like they were cooking at one point. Like So it's a lot. I just like they made this whole list. They didn't even give the fellas a chance. Like,
yeah, because I think they should have put a disclaimer instead of like doing, because there's definitely guys like not to shit on the females or make
yeah,
it like a guy versus female thing. So we do feel like Hillary Duff
yeah,
is a one that should be on there.
right,
Raven, another one that should definitely be on it.
right,
But they didn't put the disclaimer, oh, this is the female Disney
yeah,
Mount Rushmore. They said
right.
this is Disney's Mount Rushmore,
Raven
but
deserved to be there. Of course, my girl Hannah Montana deserved to be
oh,
there. Miley
Miley, yeah.
Cyrus, but
But shout out my man, Shia LaBeouf, man. That's my guy.
Shia really that dude, man.
I haven't seen him like one of his more recent movies, but I
Yeah,
feel like he started doing. He jumped right back into doing those blockbuster movies,
yeah.
man.
And Shia could do anything, man. Shia is one of those guys who can really do any type of movie.
Yeah, he got range. He can do multiple characters.
Yeah. So Shia and Hillary Duff definitely need to be on this list. No disrespect to Selena and Zendaya, because we love both of y'all. And low key, Selena Gomez. People really sleep on Selena Gomez, but Selena Gomez be making fucking hits, bro. I got a Selena Gomez playlist because yo,
I've heard a couple of her songs over the years. Bro, like, you know, you hear a song, you be like, I like that, but I don't know who makes
and
that.
Hey yo, I kid you not, every song I like by Selena Gomez, I did not know they were Selena Gomez songs until after I liked the song.
Yeah, then you watch something like, oh, she made that song. Oh, shout
out.
Because
my wife be calling me a closet Selena Gomez fan because low key, like
she got a few records though, like that.
She got some records, and every song that I heard by Selena Gomez, I heard the record, not knowing it was her, and I'm like, oh shit, this shit kind of fire. This a bop. And then later on, I found out Selena Gomez. And I kid you not, it happened all the time. My wife be like, look at you, Selena Gomez fan like that and shit. I fuck with Selena Gomez on the musical side. Like,
it's a few songs,
I really like with Selena Gomez.
in the pop realm.
Yeah, definitely.
You're like, oh, yes, that shit sound nice. I wonder who made that song. Like,
yeah,
you don't search it up at that moment. Be like,
exactly.
I'll hear that shit again. And,
right, I hear that shit on Z100 somewhere. It passed by. I'm like, okay,
yeah, nice when it's meant to be, I find out who made that song. Man, you find out, I'm like, oh, okay, wow.
Yeah, every song that I like from Selena, that exact thing happened. What you just said.
But shout out to her, but shout out to everybody that that Disney, because Disney has brought up a lot of talent, and
so who
lot of them transitioned into music.
Yeah, who would be the Nickelodeon Mount Rushmore?
Ooh, that's interesting. Kenan and Kel.
I think Amanda Bynes. Who would close out?
Kenan and Kel is what, one, or they taking up two spots?
Kenan and Kel.
That's one spot?
Kel. Yeah, no.
Oh,
two, because not only did they do all that, but they also did Kenan and Kel. So respectfully.
So Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell.
And Kel Mitchell have one.
At least two spots.
Amanda Bynes, I think, owns that other one.
Then who would be that last spot?
Who would be the last? Let me do it real quick.
iCarly. So did I play iCarly?
That's not a bad one. iCarly was big as shit. Or
that was like the transition.
Her brothers, Drake and Josh.
Drake and Josh.
I ain't mad at that. iCarly was holding down Nickelodeon for a long ass time.
Okay, that was like the iCarly was like the transitional period from like Kenan Kel and all that era to all that was still around, but it was like fading at that point. And Drake Bell. Drake Bell was on the Amanda Bynes show.
So they got Ariana Grande on the list, but Ariana wasn't a star while she was on Nickelodeon because she also had Sam and Cat.
The show Victoria.
Yeah, she was on Victorious. Then they had Sam and Cat, the girl that was on iCarly, her best friend. They had that show.
They had the spinoff. Yeah.
So the list, it got Ariana, Drake Bell, Victoria Justice, Jeanette McCurdy. That's the girl who slept with the basketball player.
She used to date Drummond, yeah.
Yeah, Drummond. Josh Peck, Miranda Cosgrove, that's iCarly. Kel Mitchell, Nathan Grass was the guy that was on iCarly. Kiki Palmer, Kenan Thompson, Maya LaClark, I don't know who that is.
Nick Cannon came up on Nickelodeon too, right?
Nick Cannon did have also a Nickelodeon baby, because Kevin Hart makes the jokes about have you ever heard of the black kids on Nickelodeon? So that might be the close. So this how I'm thinking in my head now. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put Kenan and Kel together.
Okay, so now we're putting them together.
Now we put them together. Kenan and Kel together.
All right, that's one face. Kenan and Kel, half and half.
Amanda Bynes.
Okay, that's two.
iCarly, Miranda Cosgrove, and Nick Cannon.
All right, that's the final spot. Nick Cannon is the final spot.
Nick Cannon is washy, but I'm just looking at the list of stars. Also, Jamie Lee Spears was cooking at one moment too.
Oh, her show.
Her show, fucking Zoe 101, was that what it's called?
Yeah, Zoe 101. Yeah, Zoe 101.
Okay, so Nickelodeon list is a little crazy right now.
No. Because
I'll take off Nick Cannon to put Zoe there. I mean Jamie Lee Spears.
Okay.
So Amanda got to be there. I think Amanda's Nickelodeon's biggest star. Amanda Bynes.
In terms of, we're talking Nickelodeon, not what they did outside the fact.
No, I'm talking about Nickelodeon and their success aligned with Nickelodeon. So when she was on Nickelodeon,
you're not talking about Ariana Grande's
right? Yeah, she's right. Yeah.
Pop singer.
Right.
Shit. We're just talking about Nickelodeon.
Amanda was a star, became a star on Nickelodeon, and then started doing star shit due to her being a star on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
So Amanda is the definite. Kenan and Kel is iconic for Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
If anybody, when you think of Nickelodeon, Kenan and Kel is those guys that you think of, especially, and Kel Mitchell and Kenan both came back in other roles and on other shows as well. Because Kel used to be on the Game Shakers as Triple G. He was a rapper and shit. Me and Dory used to watch that show too. So I think Amanda got to be there. Kenan and Kel, we're gonna pack them together. We're gonna pack them together. iCarly kept the lights on for Nickelodeon by herself for a long time.
Okay.
So Miranda Cosgrove, iCarly got to be there, and I think Jamie Lee Spears, Zoe 101 definitely closes out, because for a moment her shit was the kid version of that Degrassi. She was the kid less crazy version of Degrassi. Jamie Lee Spears closes it out, and she was 16 and pregnant, so you know it's real. Yes, Jamie Lee Spears is the fourth.
Yeah, Des, I know we're doing it for the episode, but you might want to make a post real quick.
Oh yeah, we gotta put one on Culture Capture so nobody else steal it real quick.
I'm saying, while it's hot, because they did Disney.
Yeah. So you already know the next one to come is, I'm about to make one right on Chat GBT real quick.
Yeah, shoot that post out. Shoot that post out and get that traction out there, because I haven't seen the Nickelodeon one.
I haven't either.
So that's what we'll do. Like, I know it's trending right now, so we'll just do one that no one has done yet or has went viral yet, and see if we get a little some viral traction on that one. But
yeah,
that's not a bad list. I wonder what people will say though. If y'all agree or disagree, let us know. That post should be coming out in the not too
Yeah, real
distant
soon.
future.
Real
Y'all can
real
let it be
soon.
known on the chat, and should be interesting. I want
Yeah,
to
like
hear
we want to.
everybody's feedback.
We definitely want to hear what y'all got to say about that.
Good old Nickelodeon. Do I feel like we covered everybody? I don't feel like we're missing nobody, right? When it
Nah, I
comes to
feel like
Nickelodeon.
when it comes to Nickelodeon, I don't
Yeah.
think we missed anybody. When it comes to Nickelodeon, we definitely touched. Oh, Drake and Josh both was on Amanda's show,
Yeah.
and that's how they got their spinoff. So I said Jamie Lee Spears, Miranda Cosgrove. That's the last one. That's who closed out the. I think she deserved it. She was holding Nickelodeon down for a good while by herself.
Yep.
And I fucking love iCarly. I ain't never seen the new one, the older iCarly or whatever it's called. I don't even know if it's called iCarly.
Oh no, you talking about the continuation? I
Yeah,
watched it. It was on Prime through Paramount Plus. I watched the they did a Zoe 101 movie too, right?
yeah. I never watched it though.
Yeah, I watched this shit too. It was alright. But everybody's older now, you know.
I mean, I would think niggas is grown now. Amanda Cosgrove, she used to get on my damn nerves when she was on Drake and Josh. She was the annoying little sister. I couldn't stand her ass during that time.
It's definitely a whole bunch of them. But we're basing it off Nickelodeon success. Now come after, because if it comes after
Yeah, it's a whole different
Ariana
conversation.
Grande will definitely be a solidified spot.
It's a whole different conversation once you talking about just overall success. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about their contributions to that network and what they did there. So
Yeah. My Cousin Skeeter was a Nickelodeon show.
it was. But see, if we do just like Nickelodeon characters, then it's a whole different conversation.
Yeah, no, I was naming shit because I was trying to think of
Because
like other
then you got to get it. You got to go Tommy Pickles and shit. You got to go SpongeBob.
Oh,
Like
that's the thing. Yeah,
those
yeah.
they push out the real people.
I'm saying, yeah. You do characters now, but I wasn't. I was just talking about like the actual actor for
Cousin
my
Skeeter?
not the Cousin Skeeter. Arnaz. He was Arnaz.
Oh,
In he yeah,
hell
no,
no.
man. He was Arnaz. Yeah, but he was on that. That's why I originally seen him on.
Yeah, right. Originally, before he was Arnaz on
Yeah,
101.
yeah, he was on my Cousin Skeeter.
Yeah. Also, one pretty girl now.
Ooh.
Um,
Kyla Pratt.
Megan Good. Megan Good was on Cousin Skeeter.
Yeah, she was actually. Yeah, Megan
Yeah.
Good was.
So a lot of dope people came from these networks.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, all right, DMB, my cousin Skeeter. So all the way to the bottom. Doop, 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 doop. What show was that on too? I knew that was on show. Famous Jet Jackson.
Jet Jackson was Disney.
Disney.
Yeah.
RP didn't know the actor, but
Word. Yeah, but I don't think that was big enough.
yeah, cousin Skeeter, yep. 52 episodes, 98 to 2002, making good. But, whew. All right, so we're gonna transition from TV network, Mount Rushmore. We're gonna get into a hip hop Mount Rushmore. So they did Hot 97 did Mount Rushmore more of NYC rap, and it goes Biggie, Nas, Hov, and Jada as
Biggie, Nas, Hov, and Jada.
is the NYC Mount Rushmore for rap.
Based on what?
They didn't really say that's who they picked. It doesn't say.
So, cause it's honestly Biggie, Nas, Hov, 50.
You put 50 on your Mount Rushmore?
Either 50 or Ja. 50 Ja pun. Like,
What about Fab or DMX?
Fabulous, 5X. Like, there's other artists I'll put on there. I definitely would put Fab before Jadakiss. And that's no disrespect to Jada, because Jada showed niggas in multiple cases that he's really that nigga when it comes to, like, against the New York niggas. When he did he did verses against Fab, he smoked Fab. When they did the Dipset, he smoked him, and D-Block smoked them. But I think so let's talk about runs. 50 run. Like no other. Like, just keep it a buck. Ja run. Like no other. Like, just keep it a buck. Fabulous, for a long time, was holding down music. Saying Fabulous was the go-to guy for features, for fly shit, for the girl records. Fab was that nigga. So, and let's not forget DMX. Let's not forget Fat Joe. Let's not forget, like, there's a lot, and there's no slight, and that's why I asked based on criteria. That's very important to me when it comes to New York, because New York has an abundance of dope MCs that contributed a lot in many ways and many facets. So I don't want to disrespect Jada and just be like, Jada's the nigga that got to go, because it was like Mount Rushmore of lyricism. Then I'd be like, okay, I'm not mad at them putting Jada there, because Jada's one of my favorite New York MCs. But when I think of Mount Rushmore, it's more than your ability. Yeah, exactly. It's more than your ability to rap, but your impact on music and its culture. And I don't feel like Jada had a bigger impact than Fabulous, than X. I don't even think Jada had more of an impact than Fat Joe, nor 50, nor Ja.
But his rapping ability
is definitely on par with everybody.
Yeah. So
this is a tough Mount Rushmore to make, but I'm just gonna go off how I look at Mount Rushmore's and that impact. That last spot, I think, belongs to 50 Cent.
Which I don't know. He had his run. You know what I'm trying to say? We talked about
historic run.
His hip hop run was crazy, so I don't think that would be a bad placement. But like I said, they didn't really give a criteria to their Mount Rushmore. I don't know if they feel like they're basing we're picking these four because we feel like out of everybody, these are the best for off rap ability. These are the four best. You know, they didn't really give a criteria, but that's the one that they placed. But like you said, rapping ability plays.
And then again, like
impact.
Let's keep it a buck. We got to stop putting Biggie on these lists.
That's tough.
It's tough because he's so heralded, but Biggie really gave us 2 albums.
It's a big what if. He gave us
yeah, and I
he
think
gave us
that
some, but it's a big what if.
he gave us quality, but that what if factor, it continues to keep him in a conversation with people who made a lot of impact and has the longevity to go with it.
Yeah, see, unfortunately, his shit was cut short, so
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's unfortunate, but we got to stop putting him in certain conversations because his shit was cut short.
I don't know. I see the point you're making. I'm just saying that's tough.
I know it's a tough ask, but like I feel like because we want to keep Biggie's spirit alive and his contributions alive, we take from the guys that he influenced, but guys that on paper did far more than he did. And yes, he passed away, so of course he couldn't do it. But we got at some point, like we got to stop putting him on the list. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like when motherfuckers put Andre 3000 on the rap Mount Rushmore and shit. Like, he only come out and do a feature every now and then. Shit, we know the skill is there, but it's like we need more. And I guess you could give him the just due based on what they accomplished as Outkast. But it's just like certain people we gotta look past the skill and look at total impact and contributions as a collective, like everything. We got to put everything in this gumbo of what they did. And I feel like, no disrespect to Big's time was too short to be on the Mount Rushmore. I know niggas ain't gonna like that opinion, but I feel like Big time was too short. And in that time, he gave us 2 albums, great albums. Notorious, Life After Death. 2 great albums. Really 3, because Life After Death was double, and that shit it's a dope album.
Right,
So
yep.
3 albums.
Ready to Die and Life After.
Yeah. Ready to Die and A Life After, but that's all we got. Whereas you got a DMX who has a long, legit, like not only music, but movies and all. Like,
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
What DMX first 6 albums all went
Like,
#1, right?
Busta Rhymes.
Like, he had 2 #1 albums in the same year. DMX dropped 2 #1 albums in the same year, and his first 6 albums all went #1.
Exactly. So I wouldn't be mad. Honestly, I'll replace 50 with X because of 50's run was big, but it was short. Like, it was short. Like, 50 still out here working, doing movies, doing shows and shit like that. No, but his music run with that 50's still going. So I ain't mad at somebody putting 50 on a Rushmore, but X run was crazy. Like, niggas that had real runs. Ja had a real run. Fabulous for the fucking 2000s was New York hip hop.
No, I hear what you're saying, but I think, like I said, those 2 albums he delivered, the rap ability, the records he delivered, and then the what if factor plays a major role.
Yeah, it's a lot of the what if. It's the same shit that we do with Lauryn Hill. She get mentioned in certain conversations she shouldn't be in because although she didn't pass away, we still recognize her talent. And what if Lauryn would have did more?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we can't, when we have these conversations, the what if can't be a part of the conversation. We can only go with what we know. And what we know is Big had 2 great albums. Yes. But when it comes to the grand scheme of shit, to me, it's not enough. We can respect it. We can pay homage to it. But in certain conversations, there has to be more criteria, more requirements in order to be in those conversations. And for me, I don't think Biggie should be on the Mount Rushmore because, unfortunately, his time was cut short. And there was guys in New York, maybe, of course, influenced by him, but that did a lot more with their time.
No,
That's all I'm saying.
You're making the point you're making is not a terrible, like, it's not a terrible point. It's a valid point, you know. Because, you know, but again, it's the whole.
Because Nas, Hov, and X, I feel like gotta be there. Nas, Hov, X has to be there. And motherfuckers should be like, shit, what about Rakim? He the one did it for them. He the opener, he made
Rakim, Big Daddy Kane,
yeah, Big Daddy Kane. They made Biggie. They made Hov. They influenced them, but they ass is still in the corner in that era. So no, they can't be here. But I think Nas, Hov, and X has to be on the Mount Rushmore. And I will push Biggie out. And probably in that pushing Biggie out, I put 50.
Yeah, damn. This is New York is full of a lot of rappers, a lot of all-time greats.
Yeah, man. It's just guys. Look, man. New York is. I know I ain't a New Yorker. I'm from Chicago, so nigga, maybe I should have a conversation with this. But I am a hip hop fan, and I, as a artist, also influenced by these same guys. And even with not growing up in Chicago, I know how they influence reach and where it reached me, somebody not being from New York. And I saw what 50 was doing. I saw what X was doing. Of course, Hov is my favorite rapper. I fuck with Nas, like that's one of the GOATs. But I saw what all these niggas was doing. Unfortunately, Biggie went around enough for me to see that shit. Just me, though.
Yeah, it is what it is. People debate that. I wonder if anybody has a different Mount Rushmore that they'll put for New York.
Of course they do. Of course they do. Everybody got one.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
Let us know in the comments what y'all feel. You know, who y'all feel like should be the representative for New York Mount Rushmore. But for Mount Rushmore's in music, let's get into movies. Terrance Howard. Let me see. Terrance Howard plans to expose the dark side of Hollywood with his new podcast. And his quote is, "It's a studio's nightmare and every actor's wet dream." So what are your thoughts on him, you know, basically jumping on the exposed whistleblower, you know, where that Cat Williams kind of set back last year with good old Club Shay Shay?
I don't think nobody cares.
I don't know. It depends on what he talks about.
Yeah, of course it depends on what he talk about. If he not going, because he says a artist, actors wet dreams. Okay, so did he try to fuck you after the fact? Like, I hate when niggas come with shit after the fact. Like, don't tell me did he try to fuck you after Diddy didn't try to fuck everybody else. When Diddy was trying to fuck you, you should have said Diddy tried to fuck me. I just had to fuck Diddy up because the nigga tried to fuck me. Don't wait till the whistleblower is already, the whistle been blown already. But what I'm saying is, Terrance Howard is an actor who's somewhat blackballed already. Like,
yeah.
So, being like a guy that's hard to work with and disgruntled and all this and shit to begin with. So, right message, I think this is one of those right message, wrong messenger type of things, because he's one of those guys that's on the outs anyway. of course, people love bullshit, so people gonna check it out. But unless he's dropping, like, saying people names and his like real experiences, like, yeah, that nigga OJ, I was there when he stabbed Nicole. Like, unless he coming out like with some hard hitting shit, it's just it gonna look like another disgruntled nigga who failed from fame, trying to give us some shit so he could start a podcast.
Yeah, like I said, it depends on what he says. Like, if his shit sounds like genuine and it's like, oh, it might be some, like, what's the saying? If there's a smoke, there's a fire.
Yeah, but again, if you can't, he has to have some real hard hitting shit. He can't be like, yeah, Hollywood be, making people sell their babies. People be I heard about some people donating their babies in a ritual to get fame. It's like, come on, man. People selling the babies, man. Nobody cares about that. Like, nobody's gonna believe that. It sounds like a bunch of hoopla. He has to be able to say, my experience with Denzel Washington, he was doing this. My experience with Will Smith, this happened. My experience with...
Yeah, I agree with you. He definitely, at this point, he has to name drop.
He can't be alluding to shit. Bless you.
Thank you.
He can't be alluding to shit. He got to give us something fresh. He got to drop some, straight to the point with some names. Nobody cares about more conspiracy.
Yeah. Conspiracy does have its...
It has its point, but it has to come from the right person. That's why I said in the beginning, someone who is on the outs can't really give much.
They'll sound like more of a
disgruntled.
Yeah, disgruntled employee,
exactly.
bitter, they're not working. Yeah,
exactly.
That's what I said. Also, his delivery, because he could still be disgruntled, bitter, but delivery matters. So if you can have all this information, but that the delivery doesn't execute is gonna
right. Especially if you being disgruntled, you sound disgruntled. You could be disgruntled.
Yeah.
But if it sound like you just coming from a disgruntled place, it's
they just like just cause
oh, this nigga just saying some shit. Yeah, they didn't fucking boot him out of Iron Man, and now this nigga still mad. Yeah, Don Cheadle tried to Don Cheadle sold his soul to get my role. Niggas gonna be like, all right, shut your ass up. So he got to come with something. I mean, I'll check it out. Of course, we're a podcast. We gotta cover what's going on in the culture. But I don't really think people come to here, man. Listen up, man. Look, Skinny, man. Ludacris, man. When he was on in my movie, Hustle and Flow, that nigga was drinking baby blood, man. You'll hear it from me first. That's why he got that movie. That's why he was in Fast. You know what else was Fast, man? Vin Diesel, him and Paul Walker was having sex, man. Telling you, man. Nobody want to hear that. Come on. Give us something real. If not, make the lie sound good. Don't sound like you some disgruntled nigga who on the outs, because we're going to see that and it's going to be read as, oh, he just mad because he ain't working.
Yeah, I feel you. That sense. Delivery is definitely going to play a role. He definitely has the content. He's going to have the entry because he may not be as big as he was, but his name is still, what I'm trying to say, it's like
it's a well-known name.
To get people hooked into like, oh, let's see what Terrance Howard got.
Definitely going to get people to check it out. He definitely has a strong enough reputation to get people to check it out.
But, hey, man, we shall see. Whenever that first episode dropped, depending on what is discussed on that first episode, we may cover it.
Yeah, facts.
If it comes out straight out the gate, bombshell at the bombshell, like, whoa. Yeah, but we all know these industries be crooked, so.
and we already know it's highly weird. So you gotta give us something that's different than all the weird shit we already assume.
Or at this point, like confirm shit, like such as you
Right.
gotta confirm shit, like shit, you gotta connect the dots. Like we heard
Right.
such and such did this and that.
Right.
Oh, shit, I was there when that shit
Yeah,
happened.
you gotta make shit real. Gotta make shit make sense.
But this is my perspective on how it went down and execute that storytelling. Like,
Right.
oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I said, it could work, but it's all about branding because you know that conspiracy sells. I know you may not
Of
agree with
course.
conspiracy
No,
sells.
I think it sells, but it's all again, it's how you sell it, of course, and who it comes from. Everybody can't do it.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's only adds to it if like a Terrance Howard, if Cat Williams said the same shit like yo, I'm about to do a podcast doing this shit. People gonna listen to it. I'm trying to tell
Exactly.
you. People gonna listen to it. It's like, oh shit, Cat Williams running me on his bullshit. Now he's just doing the straight
Right.
thing. But like I said, it matters on like the person. But hey, man,
We gonna see.
we definitely gonna see music. The Carter Six. Rocking with it, or what did he say? He's dropping the Carter Six. It's official, and there's a album cover that goes. He has an album cover.
Saw the album cover. It's in the traditional Carter style with a baby Wayne and shit. I'm interested in it. I'm not expecting much of it. I'm not expecting much from it because I just don't think. Excuse me. I don't think Wayne raps at the same level he once did, and you know that's a lot to expect from somebody. So I'm interested to hear it, but what I'm expecting is not much.
All right, that's one part of what you know. The other part of what brought up Weezy is Weezy said he's also no longer interested in doing the Super Bowl halftime show. He said, basically said like him not getting the one in New Orleans.
He won't do another one.
Yeah, he has no interest on doing anyone in the future.
That's cool because Weezy don't have the discography to hold a Super Bowl. So I've said this before. So no problem, Weezy. Yeah, again, we're gonna see it when of course we're gonna check it out. We gotta review it. And Wayne is a legend in the sport of rap, and I don't want to disrespect him. But again, I just don't expect much from Wayne unless you know he's matured in his content. And I'm interested to hear because again, from OG legendary acts like that, what I listen for is a level of maturity and a level of diving deeper into who they are in their life and the experiences and where they are as a man or a person. So I enjoy hearing growth in legendary artists, especially as skilled as Wayne once was. And so I'm interested, again, I'm interested to hear it. Once it drops, I will listen to it. But am I expecting some crazy shit? I'm not. To
So
be
you're not
honest.
expecting him to go crazy from the Carter
Nah.
Six.
I'm pretty sure they have a few records that I fuck with, but I'm not expecting like this grand and dope album. What you think?
I don't know what to expect from No Chance. I feel like I always felt like his mixtapes were the superior when it comes to his music.
Right.
Was the superior music was the mixtapes. He has some good albums.
Yeah.
But I always felt like they never equaled up. The albums never equaled.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
LPs never equaled up to the mixtapes. I always felt like when you look at Weezy's catalog, the
Yeah.
mixtapes come first.
And
Then you
that's
get
that's
into
and yeah, and that's the biggest issue with him doing a Super Bowl thing like that because again, it's like What he gonna perform? He gonna do mixtape records? If he does verses, what he gonna do? Mixtape records? Like that's always a conversation.
I
What
think
Weezy gonna perform?
in the verses it may go over more well than in like an actual Super Bowl halftime.
It is definitely be more acceptable, but the conversation always versus what to expect from Weezy. Is he gonna give us mixtape Weezy or album Weezy? Because technically mixtape Weezy is another artist who like we fuck with it, but can you really perform this shit? Because you don't own the music type shit. You don't own the instrumental, you don't own the beats and shit like that. So it's like, is this music, are you able to perform this stuff?
And
And
No
so
Ceilings is on DSP, so he could do No Ceilings.
definitely could. But I don't know, man. I just don't expect much.
What?
And I know shit, No Ceilings being on that nigga probably making pennies to that, paying out those fucking royalties.
Well, depending on what type of deal he made, you gotta have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but you got to deal with every artist that you, not only artists, production, songwriters, like label. So like, regardless of fuck the deal, you got too many hands in the pot.
Yep.
So it being on DSP is for the culture. You actually making money from it, I highly doubt it.
I think he makes a percentage depending on what type of deal he broken.
No, he has no choice but to make a percentage. I'm just saying there's too many hands in that pot for it to be some grand number because of how all the records that he used and then those records and all the people that they had that's making money off those records.
That's true. But hey man. Versus maybe not, halftime show, yeah.
Halftime show, that nigga ain't gonna never do that.
Verse.
Right.
Versus maybe halftime show, not. Maybe not. Most shit, I would think they did it. What's the last verse? It's been like 2 years since they did a verse.
Now, I mean, because they can't, I don't think people ain't inside the way they used to be. And two, you gotta have the perfect match.
Yeah, that's true.
The right matchup.
That definitely plays a role in the verses. The right matchup. But man, Weezy. But keeping it south. Music. Who had the bigger influence, Future or Jeezy? I seen that pop up on social media. But who had the bigger impact? I mean, who's more influential, Future or Jeezy?
I definitely think Future is.
Think he's more influential?
Because, and the reason why I say this is because Future has been Atlanta for the longest. Like, Future was the face of Atlanta. I don't think Jeezy was ever the face of Atlanta.
You don't think so? Not in the peak of his run?
I think Gucci was right there with him.
Now, Gucci was popular, but I feel like Gucci started to become more of Gucci a little after Jeezy's run started.
Jeezy was competing, but Jeezy was competing with T.I. He was competing with Luda. There was a lot of heavyweights in Jeezy's era.
That's true.
Jeezy was one of them ones, but Jeezy was never the face of Atlanta. Nigga, literally, T.I. is considered the king of Atlanta. King of the South. Right, king of the South, but Atlanta.
Yeah, that's true.
So then on the cusp of that, Jeezy really took off and became Atlanta. Ushering in the Future run, that ushered in the Slimes and all them and fucking the Atlanta boom. Jeezy, I mean, Future is the face of the Atlanta boom. The Atlanta that we know today, Future is the godfather of that shit.
Yeah, you can definitely say that because he definitely was, yeah.
And so I look at that.
But some will argue, like you said, because some will argue Gucci being the godfather of that era because
that's my whole
literally
thing is
that's what literally when he became much bigger was a little before the Atlanta boom you're talking about.
right.
That's when
And
Gucci
so that's why I feel like Gucci have more of a dog in this fight than Jeezy. I think the real conversation is who's more influential, Gucci or Future.
okay.
But I think we see more of Future babies than we see Gucci babies.
Yeah, it's not really it's not
There's not Gucci is always there, his thing. There's not many
you know what I'm
people
saying?
that was
His Gucci style isn't really a much easier to
exactly.
mimic, you know?
Right.
Some rappers like they are very influential, but their styles is not really
Right.
easy to mimic.
Exactly.
Some other artists they may be big, but they're much little more like I could copy their flow much easier
And
than
you can
snap.
and with Future, you can see his influence in artists versus us knowing like Gucci's impact on the culture. We know his impact because we saw what he was doing, but you can see not only Future's impact, but you can see his influence on Atlanta and his artists of today. So when you talk about the Young Thugs, you talk about the 21s, you talk about the Lil Babies, you talk about what's the nigga that snitched and came home? Gunna, right. You see the Migos, you see Future's influence on these guys. So I definitely think Gucci have more of a dog in this race than Jeezy had because Jeezy was in a time where he wasn't even like he was one of those guys. He definitely had a lot of influence. He had niggas wearing snowman shirts and shit, but Luda was still making like going platinum, selling, having big ass records. T.I. was having big ass records. Like there was a lot of big niggas right there with Jeezy. It wasn't like Jeezy and then all them under him. No, them niggas was standing right next to him.
No, it is. The heavyweights was definitely bigger than.
So I definitely give it to Future, man. In this conversation, I don't think this even should be the conversation because it should be more of Gucci Future, and then I think we got a real conversation. But Jeezy Future, it ain't a conversation.
But hey, shout out to all of them, man. They've all left their impact on the Atlanta rap scene, and they all,
Hey yo, and Future and fucking Future and Jeezy really turned.
You said what, man?
The rappers to the addicts. Gucci and Future turned Jeezy them. The rappers was the dealers.
Yeah.
Gucci them, Future, the rappers are now the addicts.
They're the customers.
They are the customers. They consuming the drugs because of these niggas. Like, yeah, it's Future all day. Future and Gucci. That's the argument. Burr. Shout out to Gucci, man. Gucci was one of my
they all
niggas
left
too.
their imprints on the Atlanta rap scene.
Gucci? Gucci who? Gucci? Gucci who? Gucci Mane? Shout out to my nigga Gucci.
Yeah.
Who said that? We just spoke about it. You don't know who said that? Gucci. Gucci Mane? Shout out to my nigga Gucci.
So you said we just talked about him?
Yeah, Wayne. That was Wayne.
Oh.
When they was talking about the greatest rappers.
Oh, I remember. Oh yeah, I remember when they was asking him, he said, Gucci who? Hey, I remember that shit.
Gucci Mane? Shout out my nigga Gucci.
Yeah, I remember that. Was shit. That was like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
We covered that on the pod, actually.
Yeah, we did.
We definitely covered that on the pod, but now I remember that shit. He was like in like a studio and they asked him that shit, right?
Yeah.
He was like in like a studio and it was asking him his greatest rap.
He was asking Drake. He was like, oh, I thought it was gonna be a Drake over here. Like, Gucci who? Gucci Mane? Shout out my nigga Gucci.
Yeah, man. Like I said, shout out to all of them. TLC Musicals is supposed it's said to be in the works.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for or nah?
I'm not mad at it because I think artistically it's gonna look dope. They were great dancers. They were great performers. So I think if the you say it's a play?
Yeah, it will premiere 2026 in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, if the play embodies them and their skills, you can have Lisa Left Eye Crazy Ass, like you can have Chili Usher. It's a lot. They contributed a lot to the culture musically and just like socially. TLC did do a lot before like social media was a thing and shit like that. So they had a lot going on regarding their career, like, you know, how they was getting robbed. They had a lot going on. And then the music they produced was like, they got a lot of classics and shit. So I could see a crazy, sexy, cool Broadway show. I wouldn't be mad at that.
Should be interesting, but yep, in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, that's fire. I ain't mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
It starts in June and it ends in August.
Yeah, and it's a little short stint. Man, they got a fucking New Jack City on Broadway. They be having all types of bullshit on Broadway, man. So them having a TLC on Broadway, I ain't mad at that. They got New Jack City with old ass G Money and Tretch from Naughty by Nature. Y'all telling me we can't have a TLC play? Nah, we could. I'm with it. I ain't mad at it either.
It's awesome, man. They definitely got a whole story because all the shit they've been through.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all still letting Medea
puppy story too.
Yeah, word. Y'all still letting Medea make these bullshit plays.
But from musical to Tyrese. Remember that viral video way back when?
What more do you want from me?
Yeah, so when he was crying, he had to pay child support. Well, the child that he is talking about in that video has just turned 18 and asked that she could live with Tyrese. So
now what does that say?
What?
To you?
Once he became of age to make the decision,
once she was able to make the change herself, she darted out.
Yeah.
To me, that's talent. I don't know about y'all. To me, that's talent. First chance she hit, it was fucking 12:01 a.m. She signed the papers to go. And I even signed the papers. She moving out, packing her shit up so she go to her daddy's house. To me, that's talent.
What more do you want from me?
I think a lot of times, no offense, I think the court systems do work in a woman's favor for the most.
Well, that's a fact. They definitely do work in a woman's favor.
For the most part, because they feel like the child should be with the maternal parent.
In the court system, I feel like it's the mother's job not to screw up the custody. Like,
Exactly.
you're supposed to follow these directions. As long as you don't fuck it up, you're gonna win.
It's yours to win. Like, you gotta fuck it up in order for you not to win it. And don't ask you, and they don't ask much from you in order for you to win. And so I just think, like, I hope this young lady has a good relationship with her mother. But I just think it's real telling to have a kid turn 18 at 12:01 and say, yeah, I'm out this motherfucker.
Yeah. And the child support payments end with her moving out.
Completely over. So
the mother was getting $10,000 a month.
Right.
Over now.
Child said, nah, it's quiet for that. To me, seems a bit telling. Just saying. I wish everybody the best. We've had this conversation before. Child support is not mom support. Motherfuckers be having no career, no drive, but be professional, be a stay-at-home. How you a stay-at-home mom and ain't got no fucking job, but ain't got no partner?
That's the point.
Yeah, that shit to me, that shit is crazy.
American dream, get you that rapper, get you that baller, and you don't gotta
ain't gotta do shit. I think we gotta change the system because I feel like a lot of cases,
you can do that, or you gotta, on the flip side is that make sure people choose right and be careful in the decisions that they make.
That's true. That's very true. And it's a lot easier said than done because we know how motherfuckers be snakes in the grass. And then once the coin is there, motherfuckers, the mighty dollar be driving people crazy. Dollar is the devil. And so the dollar be driving people crazy. Yes, people have to be more conscious of who they lay down with and who they make a child with. But I think the system also needs to set up systems that if you're a single mom, right, and you're receiving child support, 90% of the house income shouldn't be the child support.
I don't know, man.
You have to get out and work. This is support. This is not for me to take care of you. This is in support me doing my part. It's a child, right? It's our child, 50-50. This is my 50% contribution to taking care of this kid. Now, if you don't have any 50, then you just paid babysitter. You on the clock, you being paid. I should be able to write your ass off too, because I'm paying you to take care of our child.
Yeah, they live that cushion life, man. Should be.
So you have to be, I feel like if you in a situation like that, male or female, you have to be gainfully employed. You can't be a full-time parent, but you the only parent. A full-time house mom or dad, but you the only parent. No, your ass got to get up. You got to show on your taxes that you bringing in something. That you contribute to this child's well-being financially.
Shit, it's crazy out there, man.
That's just me. Shout out to Tyrese and his daughter and her mother. Hope everybody have, a lovely life.
I say all positive energy,
all positive, but I just think it speaks on to a deeper conversation. One, in regards to kid hit 18, they run away from their paternal parent. To me, that's telling. And two, the way the child support system is set up, I think it has a lot of flaws. We were just talking about motherfuckers paying child support at conception.
Oh yeah, Texas is crazy. So
It's a lot of crazy shit with these child support laws.
nah, it really is. So and that's a bill that's strictly for the mother.
Exactly.
So like I said, it's their job not to fuck up the process. They're gonna win. Unless they really, really are unfit.
Right.
But it is what it is. Let's get to music. Kendrick Lamar, SZA's world tour has begun, and whew, Kendrick Lamar throwing them shots, man. Throwing them shots. I think that's the part of the battle we at now. It ain't gonna be no new records up come for us. Just jab, yeah, jab, boom, boom.
Yeah. That's cool. I really don't care for it no more. Because I think, it's done already. Kendrick won it already. And so unless they're gonna do something new and more drastic, the little jabs is little jabs. You like that's like jabbing a dead body. I'm jabbing a grave. Like I ain't gonna kill a nigga, go to his gravesite and just punch on the grave. It's already over. The fight is done. I think Kendrick, doesn't need to tour, do the dope music that he got, perform the dope music him and SZA got, and let that be it. I don't really care for the jabs and shit at this point.
And he performed out like us, and they had Bieber in the crowd vibing to it. So,
hey, Bieber don't know what's on the playlist, but the record come on, it's a hot record.
shit, but that's that Canadian brethren right there, right?
And shit, but Bieber just wrote like on social media the other day, like on Twitter, he wanted Drake on music, and Drake responded like, "I called, but you didn't answer."
And then so Drake said he called him, and Bieber ain't answered him.
Right.
And then next
Bieber,
thing you know,
right? Bieber wrote on Twitter like,
us.
"Yeah, right, exactly." Bieber wrote like, "I need to get Drake. I need to holler at Drake for some music. We need to link up." And then Drake said, "I reached out, but you didn't respond." And then now a couple of days later, we got Bieber at not performing or singing Not Like Us. So them Canadians, voices be crazy. I can't stand their voices. I say that a lot. But it's really the Toronto niggas. But I don't care for the shots no more. It's a dead issue at this point. Unless they're gonna make some new music about something, don't really care for it.
Well, it is what it is. Let's get into our daily dose of politics. Woo.
Bless you.
So, thank you. Daily dose. So apparently there's a bill in motion to cut Medicaid by 880 billion, and the House Speaker budget claims the budget cuts to Medicaid will keep young men from playing video games all day instead of working. So I don't know how that correlates, but they're gonna cut almost $1 billion, no, over almost $1 trillion from Medicaid.
All y'all gonna do is put these old folks out. This ain't young people ain't on no fucking Medicaid. These young niggas on these niggas in the crib playing the games, streamers and shit. Them niggas ain't on Medicaid. It's the motherfuckers who actually go to work, paying crazy amount of rent for nothing, getting paid minimum wage. That can barely afford to live. That's on Medicaid.
Yeah, I felt like that was like a crazy correlation. Like, yeah, get your asses off that game, get to working. But it's like,
Ain't got shit. Ain't got nothing to do with the other at
so
all.
they saying everybody that's choosing to stay home and play the games is on Medicaid.
Yeah, they ain't got. What proof do y'all have of that? Because what I feel like the motherfuckers who own Medicaid is the low class people who can't afford private insurance.
I don't know. That's an interesting correlation. Like I said,
The
that's how
the
daily
the
kills
the working
psychology.
yeah, to me, the
This week
working class people that can't afford expensive ass private insurance is the ones on Medicaid. So
Yep.
y'all gonna put out the working man. Y'all ain't gonna put out these fucking bums at home playing the game. The motherfuckers don't care about no
They're still gonna be at home
insurance.
playing the game. They
Yeah,
were playing it before. They're gonna still be playing it after the fact.
they fucking insurance is Pepto Bismol and Mountain Dew Baja Blast. They ain't worried about no Medicaid, insurance. Them niggas don't care about that shit. Y'all gonna put out the working class people with that. Low class people who could barely make ends meet. Stupid ass. Ain't got nothing. One ain't got nothing to do with the other.
Yeah, there's no correlation. But hey, it's a proposed bill. I hope that's not like the what excuse me, when they go present it and pitch it like,
Right.
yo,
Get the gamers out the house.
yeah, we cutting this shit. These motherfuckers that play the game is gonna be out working.
80% of we did a poll that 80% of those who are on Medicaid also have Fortnite accounts. They all have accounts with Epic Games.
Ooh, hiccup's killing me, but yeah, that's crazy how they come with that.
Drink some water, not some fucking soda, goofball.
Shit, that's the hiccup just came out of nowhere. Like
after you drunk that soda, nigga, that's when you start hiccuping.
that shit. Woo, that shit went. It's like, look, there you go.
Nigga, right after you drunk that soda, that's when your ass started hiccuping.
That is ridiculous. I do got a cup of water right here.
Ain't no water in sight.
I got a cup of water right here. Oh, excuse me.
The ice from your Baja Blast ain't water.
I've never drank that shit. No, it's crazy. I seen different colored Mountain Dews. I ain't never drink no other color, besides the original one.
No, it's like 4 or 5 different Mountain Dews. It's a purple one, it's a red one, it's a blue one. It's all different flavors.
I know the blue and the red one, but
Cold red.
yeah,
I had cold red before.
That's one of those drinks. It was like this. The original's already crazy. You want me to try these different colors? Nah, I'm good.
Right.
That light green itself is crazy.
Yeah, that gasoline green and shit.
They're like, yeah, fuck around. They promote that shit like Gatorades and shit. Like, yeah.
Nah, that shit glow in the dark.
But, woo, man, he's just fucking me up right now. What the fuck? That's crazy. Shit, they might have to cut me a check for Medicaid. Get hiccups out the fucking way. Like, damn, that shit. Woo!
Hold your breath. We gotta hold your breath.
You gotta hold your breath for like a 30 seconds to a minute, but it's like, it's about to be dead air if I do that.
All right, so what's the next topic? I'll lead us. So John is currently trying to get rid of his hiccups. As you can see, his eyes are red as fuck. It's these allergies fucking with John right now. Eyes red as shit. Nigga been sniffling, wiping his nose with napkins. So I know his shit gonna be cut up later. Dry, he gonna have like the scars and sores and shit in his nose. All that shit. So
that was like maybe a good 10, 15 seconds. I don't even think I made the whole 30.
Nigga can't even hold his breath for 30 seconds.
No, I could, but we're working right now. We're working.
All right, let's keep going.
I don't feel nothing.
You
So
sit here wondering, because then you start talking Urkel?
yeah, I was waiting for it, but ain't nothing pop off yet. So let's get to it. So there's a spinoff in the work. We are getting a Martin spinoff based off a character played by Tommy Davidson. He'll be starring in this Martin spinoff. And what are your thoughts about them doing this Martin spinoff with Tommy Davidson's character?
With Varnell Jones, Varnell
Yeah,
Hill.
Varnell Hill is getting his own show.
I don't
And
like it.
and it's labeled as a Martin spinoff.
I don't like it. I thought they was gonna do the Martin spinoff like Martin. We talked about a Martin spinoff once before before Gina, like Martin and Cole and them and the crew running around prior to Gina. We talked about that on a previous episode, but Varnell Hill was there for one episode. I don't care about no fucking Varnell Hill.
30 years
spinoff.
later. 30 years later.
I would rather see a fucking one of the characters that Martin did spinoff. I'd rather see a Shanae spinoff. I'd rather see when he was the little boy.
Tommy prequel. What about Tommy prequel?
I'd rather see a Cole than a Tommy, but I wouldn't be mad at a Tommy spinoff. We already got a Tommy spinoff though. It comes on Power. I'm gonna come on Stars. But so we don't really need another Tommy spinoff.
Yeah, but it's more because you know his character's always been the running joke, so it's like a little more back.
And that's what I'm saying. And that'd be cool because Tommy always been the player, but he's a nigga without a job. So like I think they could do a spinoff where it's like Tommy this hustler, like he does side shit, side jobs,
side quests and shit.
Yeah, side quests to keep up his image, and I think that's a lot more entertaining than a Varnell Hill spinoff.
Mm-hmm.
But even a spinoff about Pam and Gina prior to Martin, like I can see something like that. I can see a spinoff of one of Martin's characters, the fucking kung fu nigga, the security guard. Like I can see spinoffs for that would be way more entertaining than a Varnell Hill spinoff. Varnell wasn't a big enough part of the show to get a spinoff when there's so many other iconic characters that they
need to put. Like, you think original Martin characters need to pop up in this spinoff?
No, because again, when Varnell Hill he was far more off than what Martin was. Like they were fans of his show and stuff like that, but he was like considered like a superstar in their world. I don't care. They didn't do enough on the show to bring him, have him a consistent story, where it's like somewhat of a background. We just know Varnell was a star, like on some Arsenio Hall type shit in the Martin world. But there's more iconic characters that we care about in the Martin universe that will be more fit to have their own spinoff.
Yeah. Or they could just do what all these other shows do, and then they do the soft reboot and bring back the OG characters.
Yeah, do that, but don't make it about Varnell. Still, he can't be the main source of a Martin spinoff when there's so many other characters.
But yeah,
it can't be that way.
But it's gonna be him. He got spinoffs in the works. They're working on it.
Who working on it?
BET Plus.
Tubi? Sounds about right. Tubi Plus. Tubi Plus.
BET Plus.
Yeah, I said it the other day. BT Plus is Tubi Plus. Because why the fuck would they produce that?
And
That shit don't even make
Martin's a
sense.
part of it.
Duh, he gonna get a check.
So yeah, he's
But I'm
gonna
pretty
pop
sure
up.
Martin didn't come with
So
I'm pretty
what?
sure Martin didn't come with them with the I know I'm pretty sure Martin didn't come to him like, yeah, let's do a Varnell Hill spinoff. Somebody sold that shit to Martin. Martin said, how much that check? Okay, cool. I'm with it.
Mm-hmm.
That shit, that's trash, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. That's trash.
All right. From the spinoff to our guy who's been in and out the news and continues to be in and out the news. He put out a tweet which was very revealing, and then there's a record that goes with the tweet. I don't know if you heard the record. I heard
Cousins.
Cousins. I heard that record, and shit is crazy, but like when I first seen this shit, I don't know to like believe it or not, like, but the the record came out, so the record's out, the tweet's out. I haven't seen him like say, some people want to say he's trolling or whatnot. Some people may feel that he's trolling, but I don't know what was revealed in that tweet. You could troll that, you know what I'm trying to
Hanging with my cousin. Reading dirty magazines. We seen some niggas kissing. We ain't know what that mean. What that shit mean. Then we start reenacting everything we could have seen. That's when I gave my cousin head. Gave my cousin head. Gave my cousin head. I gave my cousin head. I gave my cousin head.
Yeah, that verse is a crazy verse, and let's also cover the tweet as well.
Nigga said what he sucked his cousin penis until he was 14. 6 years of sucking penis.
Something like that, because it doesn't say what age it started.
Right.
Because it says, no, 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 no. Damn, everybody set the shit down.
Took the tweet down.
Oh, the song's called "Cousins," about my cousin that's locked in jail for life for killing a pregnant lady. A few years later, after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore. Perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those dirty magazines when he was sick, and then we acted out what we saw. My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet were different. My name is Jay, and I sucked my cousins till I was 14. Tweet sent. So he did it till he was 14, but it doesn't necessarily specify what age Jay was when it started.
Yeah, it's when it started. Crazy, bro.
Oh yeah, that's just it's wild, wild stuff. Like I said, I don't know what's going like how to. I don't know if he's like the victim or like shit happened. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you can't even look at
Yeah,
what it was like a predator, like somebody did something like predatorial or something because they were
yeah,
both kids. So it was like.
yeah.
From what the information that we only have, because we don't have nothing else. We just know it stopped when he was 14. His cousin did some wild shit
Right.
years after they stopped, and he showed his cousin the
So it
magazine. His
but
cousin was sick,
but
so
it sound but it sound like Ye is being self-centered and saying once he stopped giving his cousin head, that's when his cousin went crazy.
In a way, or that's him saying. Some could say that's him saying his cousin was more of the initiator of it. If that's like, you know what I'm trying to say? He's
Yeah,
more the initiator of it, so I guess he's the yeah. I think in the all grand scheme of things, he feels responsible. I feel, but that's yeah saying him. He was being the one that was being abused. I think. I think
yeah.
in the grand scheme of
But
things,
yeah,
that's him.
it's out. Yeah, but it's also like I showed him, so it's like, are you the aggressor because you expose these things to him?
Yeah, like I think also he says he showed him the shit, but
And they
maybe
started they started reenacting them. Not
yeah, but maybe the cousin was more to all this. We should do what you
yeah,
know.
but he don't say that though. He say we started to reenact the shit. He don't say my cousin said we
Yeah, he
should
doesn't say my
start.
cousin made me do this
Right,
and that.
right.
So, like I said, I don't know how to, like,
Yeah. How do you even feel about this shit? How do you even address it? Because again, they were both kids.
yeah, it's
If
okay.
if this shit is real, because unfortunately with Kanye, I just don't be knowing no more. Um, if this was real, they were both curious kids.
It's because even though they're kids, one would say he just was having a gay experience. You could say maybe some would argue they're too young to make that decision, but they was
Right.
obviously engaging in
Engaging in some, yeah.
a sexual act, and it's not clear cut of anybody being
The
accused of
aggressor
or
or being
blamed
the being the aggressor of it.
for abuse. You know what I'm trying to say? It's
Right.
not they say like, oh, he abused me, this and that,
Yeah.
or you know,
I mean, just more crazy shit we hear from Ye.
he lived. No, he's got a life with a lot of traumas. But like I said, I don't know. One could pass it off as two young kids don't know what they're doing, and then they're exploring some shit,
Right.
and it's like
Exploring the sexual feeling that they might have had.
at that time. And obviously it's crazy because they're cousins. So,
Yeah.
eh, like that's the one like what the fuck, and they're both male. So then it's like
Yeah.
what? Oh. But like I said, I don't like I said. Do they would this be considered abuse? Would this be considered abuse, or is just
Not at not at the moment. Not
I'm
at the
saying,
moment.
or it's just a confession
Because
of a man
again,
that's dealing with a whole bunch of traumas and
yeah, exactly.
he let loose another one that he's been
Right.
dealing with for because what yeah like in his mid
Right.
40s, right? So this is something that he's been holding on to for like almost 30 some years now, 30 plus years.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Crazy, man.
wish everyone the best, like healing, positive vibes. But I said I don't know how you address it because it's not really clear cut. It just seems like two people. Obviously, they was
Yeah.
kids. Explore some shit. Did some shit they wasn't supposed to be doing. Not saying for kids is wrong. You know what I'm trying to say? Same sex or opposing sex. Kids shouldn't be at
Yeah.
that age be doing anything of that
Yeah.
nature,
Engaging and stuff like that. Right.
regardless. So before
Right.
people are like, oh, you only saying that because thing, but kids in general shouldn't be engaged in anything
Yeah.
like that,
Definitely.
regardless of the fact. But
Yeah.
it's the only way I could dress is just two kids that did some shit they wasn't supposed to be doing, and it lasted a few years. Were they curious? Did they enjoy it? Did they? I don't know,
I
but
don't even care about none of that either.
because Jay also in the song "Cousin" made me know like he's not attracted to men. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like,
Yeah. So if you're not attracted to men, like why were you doing it for so why were you doing it? Like
yeah,
what
'cause
made you do it?
if you're not attracted to men and it's not abuse, you're both the same age and you're both
Right.
willing participating in
Participant.
something. Obviously,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to be doing. Not
Yeah.
justifying. You're not supposed to be doing, but if you're just like, there's no like this. He manipulated me to do this, or
Right.
any of that.
Right.
From what we're saying, for those years, you was that. You was part of,
Yeah.
outside it being manipulation, grooming, or abuse. Most would say that you was for those years you was gay.
Right.
I'm not trying to speak for the fact, but I think that's what most people would perceive it as.
Yeah. For that time you were having gay, sexual,
Yeah,
homosexual feelings.
gay
Homosexual
relations
and
with your
erotic
cousin.
feelings.
Yeah, gay relations with your cousin, and then it stopped. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know whether you put this in the issues that Ye has. Do you think?
Definitely one on the top of the motherfuckers.
So you still think this like
Definitely at the top. One of them shits. One of the gay quotes as a recent definitely shoots to one of the top ones.
so? Like I said, wishing the best, but like I said, I don't know if that's something that he's still like dealing with. Like I know he's letting that trauma out, but is he saying that
Yeah,
because
shit, you make a whole song about this shit. Got to be dealing with it.
yeah, he does he's dealing with it, but like I said, positive vibes, wish all parties heal from this, but he's the only one that has the answers to the shit that he put out, so he can only go more in contact
Yep.
on like how it went.
Or seek whatever help he need.
Yeah, maybe this would be the thing that pushes him to, get some shit. But I don't know. This is crazy, crazy stuff. But that was like when I first read that, I was like, "Is this shit real? Like, what? What am I reading? You
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
He could be
Craziness.
having you know, identity crisis. You could be having shit,
I
a
don't
crisis
know.
with sexual. You could be having a crisis with sexuality as well.
Look,
With
like I
this
said, you
information
just need to
that
have
that
you just
was
need to
put out.
seek assistance.
hmm Like I
You
said,
seek help.
positive,
That's it.
yeah, positive energy. And I wish him the best. But that one was,
Definitely a shocker.
yeah, definitely came from left field. It was like, ooh, that's but. Let's get into the Oscars. So the Oscars has finally changed their rules requiring voters to watch all nominated films before voting in the final round. I don't really understand how was they picking? Like, if they wasn't watching the shit, how the fuck? See, that's the type of shit. If I lost out, and I felt like my shit the best, and I found out some shit like that, I'm gonna need a recount or some shit. We gotta go
I
back.
think, yeah, and I think every award prior to this winner has an asterisk to it.
Yeah, because it's like the
What the
game.
fuck?
They meant the game. Like we joke about the shit, but we.
Yo, they meant
Oh,
they made us know that the game is fixed.
mm-hmm.
Or the game was fixed. And now it's like, all right. Like
Shit getting
that's
too
a
obvious now. So do your due diligence and pick what you feel is best.
bro, like that was like they still gonna pick whatever the fuck they want. But it's like in order to pick a movie to be the best movie, you have to watch, compare, and contrast in order to decide. What
Yep.
do you do? Like the old VHSs? Remember the VHSs used to have like the little rundown of the movie. You read, they get a little script of what the movie's based on, and say, I like that. I'm gonna go with that one. Or do they put their head in a bag and say,
Or is the
oh,
other? Oh,
go
y'all
with
know
this?
him. That's my homie. I know the director. I know the producer on that.
Right,
Oh, they nominated. I'm gonna vote for them.
right, yeah, yeah,
Those my
right.
guys.
For this to be the news now in 2025 is crazy.
Yeah, so I was like, I want to say, like, I feel like
For
that should have been.
this to be for this to
Yeah,
be a
we could,
requirement now.
we could apply for this job. We would have been good. Just shit. I don't need to watch this shit anyway, right?
Bro,
I'll vote. Fuck it.
yeah, okay. Oh yeah, this is a Will Smith movie. Who's that other actor? What movie they did? Nah, I'm gonna go with the Will. If that's all it takes.
Yeah,
Did you
that's
see
it.
the movie? Nah, but I heard about it.
Yeah, I think
Crazy
that's
news,
it.
bro. That's crazy. That is fucking for it to be. Now we're gonna require you guys to watch all the movies that you're voting in the categories that you're voting in. It's
Or
fucking
right, you'd
crazy.
be like, here, there's, I don't know if there's a category, but here there's an Oscar for best musical. You'd be like, yeah, Paid in Full, put that shit, vote for Paid in Full for that shit, like, cause you ain't watching
I
that
do
shit.
that shit. I'm like, or I'll be like, shit, paid it forward. That's some shit I fuck with, like the original. So
You
hey,
know what I'm saying? Like, how you even get the categories to vote? I know they probably give you like the list. I like, boom,
yeah.
these are the movies in this category, these are the movies in this category. But I'm just saying, it's like, yo,
And the academy is huge. It's a bunch of people in this voting. So these motherfuckers just sitting back like, hey, what movie we gonna pick? All in favor for this. All right, cool. Write it in. All right, we got a musical. We got Hamilton. We
you know what's
got Paid in
crazy?
Full. We got
I
this
used to
new
feel guilty when I
TLC.
ain't watched some of the movies that got like with the some of the movies that be winning. The Oscar, I'm like, damn, I should watch that shit. I should have watched that shit. Cause some movies you watch
Yeah,
and some movies you don't watch. You hear about it because
yeah,
they
right,
nominate, or you know word of mouth, or you heard about it.
right,
Someone told you about it, but you're like, oh, that shit won. I ain't watched that shit. Damn, I should have watched that shit, or I'm gonna watch that shit because they won. But it's
right,
like.
right, right,
Shit, the people that was picking didn't even
right.
watch the shit. So it was like, how? How can you
Why? Yeah,
wholeheartedly
why
be
I'm
like that's
watching
the
it? They
best
don't even
movie?
watch it.
Yeah, how you gonna wholeheartedly say that's the best movie? And
How can
every
you? How can
all the people
you?
that voted
How
said
can
no,
you
you
be
didn't watch it.
considered credible?
Yeah,
How can you be considered credible if you're not watching the movies?
that that shit is crazy. I
Crazy as
heard
fuck.
about that'd be like I didn't watch Sinners, but I heard about that shit. So that's the best. I'm gonna put that as
Right,
the best movie. I didn't watch that shit, but you
right,
told me it was
right,
good.
John. Right,
Everybody told me
exactly.
I spoke
Yo,
to told me it
Dev,
was good.
yeah, Dev told me it's good. Shit, social media saying it's good. Fuck it, I'm gonna go with that.
I ain't watch it, but oh shit, they
Right,
won the best movie. I guess it was the best movie then.
right.
If they won, I guess it was the best one. That shit's crazy. I seen that shit. I'm like, damn.
I guess the fucking the Grammys, they don't gotta listen to the music.
Oh yeah, they better not come out with the follow. They better. I think they should release a memo like, yeah, we don't do
Yeah, just
anything.
put a press out like, just so we clear, we listen to all the music in our award show.
Yeah, before we nominate
Right.
and before we pick a winner, everything is
Right.
we take our job seriously. I
Right.
feel like anything that does shit like this, they need to put out
Put
let it
out a
be known,
press. Yeah, yeah.
because if it comes out all that shit, don't it's like at that point it's gonna water everything down. It's like
Yeah.
how the fuck did y'all come to the conclusion on the winner?
Crazy, bro.
Or they're gonna get people years after the fact. You know, at the time when I voted for the movie, I didn't watch it, but
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite movies now.
Right,
So I'm
right.
glad I voted for it. What?
Right.
That's crazy.
I
That's a
watched it.
conversation that
Yeah.
could be happening.
I watched it after the fact, and I'm glad I picked it because it's a great movie.
Or I watched that shit. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was trash.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking.
Like, what the? That shit's crazy. That some crazy ass shit. But I guess never too late to get shit correct, right?
Yep.
Never too late to get shit correct. Now let's get into our closing segment. It's a game, short and sweet.
Okay.
Short and sweet. It's inspired by the C2 network, but it's ASO's version of this or that.
Okay.
Short and sweet. I didn't go crazy with topics. Got 5 topics, this
Okay.
or that. First one off the top. Well, barring everything we talked about, because then when I wrote this down, you rather Ye's artistry or Hov's rap skills?
Am I saying for myself or just what do I?
No, it'll be for yourself. What would you choose? It'll be it's just that. It's yourself.
I definitely again. Oh man, Kanye, bro. He.
I was saying when all information wasn't,
Yeah.
a lot of stuff was
Yeah.
came out since
Right.
applicable, but
So take it like not considering all the bullshit that's been has been going on with Ye. I'm definitely taking Ye's artistry. Kanye West is my favorite artist ever.
okay.
My favorite artist ever. Because of his production, because of his just the way he writes. Although it's said that he has people that help him, but the way he produces records, I definitely value that more than I do Jay-Z's rapping ability. And yes, Jay-Z is my favorite rapper and probably my biggest influence when it comes to being a rapper. I just appreciate Ye's artistry and creativity more than anything.
All right. All right, the next one. This is more of the.
Oh, you got it, nigga. You got to answer these questions too, nigga.
Oh, you want me to answer them too?
Yeah.
He ain't artistry or Hov's rap skill. Mm, I'm going with the one that's gonna get me to the bag faster.
Which one is that?
I don't know. I don't know. Which one you think would gonna get me to the bag faster between the two?
Sucking penis until you 14.
Yeah, so I'll take the other career route. The other career route. So whole rap skills for me, whole rap skills.
Copy.
Sorry, yeah, but again, positive vibes and hope all that shit.
John said, I
Yeah.
look, I don't want to suck penis to success.
But this next one's more entrepreneur, the business side,
Okay.
career, Dan Dash, Master P.
I'm going with P, man. P's the GOAT.
Oh yeah, P checked off all the boxes. He was a rapper.
Yeah.
He played
P,
ball.
played ball. P lived every hood nigga dream. Nigga was a rapper, clothing designer, actor, hooper. Yo, P is a GOAT, man. And not only that, P put on his family. He made his son a star. P's contributions to our culture gets overlooked a lot of the times. P is the original hip hop entrepreneur.
Oh
Like
yeah,
rap,
SP definitely feel like should be bigger than what he
yeah,
is.
yeah, exactly. P's contributions and what he's accomplished is the what he did was a blueprint for the Jay-Z's and a lot of our hip hop entrepreneurs. P was one of the first to really like take rap and use that to get him into other shit. I Got the Hook Up is one of my favorite movies and shit. About It is one of my favorite movies. Master P had his shows, had his rap chips, rap snacks. All this shit is from Master P, man.
But
Master P played.
yeah, both guys definitely had impact on the hip hop game. Both
Yeah,
definitely.
I'm going with P, man. I'm going with P.
I'm gonna agree with you too because he checked off a lot of boxes and he did everything everybody wanted to
Yeah,
do. So,
P did everything a nigga wanted to do in the hood.
all right. Um, what universe you rather live in, Last of Us or the Walking Dead universe?
I'm going with Walking Dead, bro. Them Last of Us zombies. I ain't surviving.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm catching up because the new season's out. I'm catching
Yeah,
up right now. I'm finishing up season one to
yeah,
watch season two,
bro.
but
I'm not surviving,
yeah, bro, they're running you down.
bro. And they don't get boy.
Anytime you war with the zombies is chasing you down,
Yeah,
it's like
all of the rabies zombies, the zombies that's like don't give up, bro. I don't stand a chance. The Walking Dead joint, you could put the fucking zombie guts on you. You could walk like slow. They slow as fuck. Yeah, you could still die, but I definitely think my chances are higher in a
yeah, you
Walking.
die when you don't know what route you're running,
Yeah,
and
yeah, exactly. And you
you
get
get
caught in the herd and shit.
you get caught and like, oh shit, and then you gotta hit the juke
Right,
move,
right, right. Exactly.
and
Right. You get caught in the herd and shit. But these motherfuckers is slow, bro. I definitely rather take my chances in the Walking Dead world than in The Last of Us. I'd rather fucking I Am Legend, fucking 28 Days Later. None of them fucking zombie worlds. I am surviving.
Dawn of the Dead,
Dawn of the Dead, Resident
from the
Evil,
2000s.
none of them shits. I'm not surviving. Them shits hawking you down. No, I'm dead.
World War Z.
World War Z, bro. These are different. That's what I said, nigga. These different type of zombies. Take me. I'm gonna take myself. Fuck that shit. I'm gone. Peace out. I'm out of here, bro. I'm not trying to survive in this world. Walking Dead, okay. I know we're gonna all turn to zombies when we die anyway, but I like my chances in a world like that.
Still a peaceful life. And also all the universes, they all got fucked up humans. They all got fucked up humans.
Oh yeah, I mean that's our universe, period. So
yeah. Motherfuckers like, yo, we got zombies out here, but they wanna fuck with the other living people and shit.
yeah, I know we got zombies that we gotta fight against, but I don't like your ass.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna go. I haven't beat up a human in a minute. I'm gonna beat your ass real quick. Like, bro, what the fuck?
Right, like what you on, bro? Like we got bigger fish to fry out here.
And in the midst, they like jump your ass, the herd, limp
Now,
walking for
yeah,
you.
yeah. Now you got beat the fuck up. You saw shit. Now you got a herd of zombies coming your way.
And now you walking like them to get away from them and shit. Cracked ribbed and all
Yeah,
bloodied
yeah.
up and
You
shit.
bloody up. You can't be quiet because you in pain. You see the they had this motherfucker jump on you. Ah. Nah, bro. I'm definitely going Walking Dead though.
But hey, man. The next one. Next one is iffy, iffy. I was trying to make it a little more fair. Season finale was last week. Damn, I should have put that on the rundown. Maybe I'll put that down for the next week's rundown. We can talk about it. Daredevil,
Right.
Born Again, season one has officially ended.
Great show.
Daredevil or Luke Cage's abilities?
We talking TV show ability or real ability?
We're gonna go TV show. TV show. Luke Cage, Daredevil.
I'm still going Luke Cage, man. Luke Cage is unstoppable, low key.
And you can see.
And he can fucking see. Fucking Daredevil be getting his ass kicked.
He do,
nice.
but
He nice with it.
His senses is crazy. You can hear shit.
Yeah, he nice. Daredevil is nice with it. But that nigga on the verge of dying every episode. That nigga, he on the verge of death every fucking episode.
Luke Cage get popped, man. He be
Luke Cage is, nigga, that's light. You got to be another super nigga to fuck with Luke Cage.
Yeah.
Daredevil be getting his ass whooped by regular niggas and shit. Like, I'm going with Luke, man. Daredevil, we are Daredevil. He just can hear and smell a little better than us. We definitely got his ass on the site. But Daredevil ain't too much stronger than us. Maybe he got some more fighting skill and some gadgets and shit. But Daredevil be getting his ass whooped and be on the verge of death with regular niggas. You gotta be a super nigga to kill Luke. So I'm going with Luke, man. And we talk about just Marvel Universe altogether. Luke Cage, without a question. Like, without a doubt.
All right. And the last one's music related. If you as a rapper, which album would you rather have in your catalog? And it's the same music, but
it's your music.
Yeah, it's your name as this album by Dev.
Right.
My Dark Twisted Fantasy or the Blueprint 3.
My Dark Twisted Fantasy, man. Blueprint 3 is okay. It's an okay album. It's a cool album.
I think it's a little better than that.
If you said the Black Album, then I would be like, all right, Black Album all day.
I was originally gonna put the Black, but I don't know. I went Blueprint 3.
Blueprint 3 is a cool album. It's a lot of cool records on it. It's not a bad album. It's a cool record. But My Dark Twisted Fantasy is a fucking masterpiece. Fucking masterpiece. If I want my name to be tied to any album, or at least any between those two.
And got Empire State of Mind.
I hate that fucking song.
I'm starting to hate that shit because, like I tell you, when I be at work, that's the one song the tourists be on their IG videos and all you hear is "Welcome to Alicia Keys."
Nigga, the New York anthem is fucking Joel Santana. Welcome to New York City. That's the anthem I respect.
Can't you talking about Cameron and Home?
Yeah, that's what I respect.
Yeah, some people say that. What about Ja Rule, Fat Joe and Jada?
I like Ja Rule's "I'm New York" more than that Empire State of Mind. I hate that song.
It's a good song. I just hear that shit too much. It's like
I hate that song.
It's a big record though.
Big record, but I never liked that song. It was too cliche, corny to me. I hate that record. Never liked it. I understand its purpose. I understand its reach. But I hate that song. I could go the rest of my life without hearing that song.
Personally, I hear that shit maybe like 3-4 times a day at work.
Bro, I'd be ready to blow my brains out.
I hear that shit. Yeah, there be times they be doing the sing along. They don't even play the shit. The tourists just be singing that shit. And I'll be like, oh man.
Somebody starts singing, everybody's joining them. And
shit. Yeah, it's like, oh man, here we go again.
Bro.
Here we go again.
I'll get on the PA like, could y'all shut the fuck up?
Man, I ain't trying to sound like an old grumpy guy, but I'll just be letting it rock. I'll be like, damn.
I hate that song. But My Dark Twisted Fantasy is a masterpiece, a beautiful album from start to finish. If I can tie my name to that, shit, if I would just had a verse on that, I'd be happy. But Yeah, I'm going with My Dark Twisted Fantasy without a doubt.
Dark Twisted Fantasy, man. Yeah.
What about you? Nigga, you know the title of the album? Like, you gotta look at your
Oh,
phone?
no. My thing went off, but nah. This one was, ooh, man. Blueprint 3 or more Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go My Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Smart
'Cause
man.
I also like how the build up to the album and everything that went with that album. Good times, man. It was good times for my guy, yeah.
Yeah. Great time for Ye.
Well, to the outside, we could have still been struggling
Oh
there.
yeah, but I'm just saying the artist, what we saw, the art that we saw,
Mm-hmm.
it was dope, man. The videos, like everything was just great when that album came out.
Yeah.
And I remember like
Reason College when that shit came out.
we came out, but I remember how they used to be like the trailer to Power used to be coming on and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would just show like the beginning, like the on some 300 type shit, and then it'd be like and show Power and shit. Like that shit, that album impact was crazy. So yeah, I'm definitely going with My Dark Twisted Fantasy, bro.
Yeah, man. That was a moment in time in our college years, man.
Yeah. Look, that made me go out and get. Look, I had 2 pair of Yeezys during that time. I was a big Ye fan, bro. That was my guy.
Some of my guys just going through some stuff, man.
Man, I don't know about so much. I just pray for the brother. I pray a lot for the brother.
Don't take away from the music. It's just a lot of
I
stuff.
pray a lot for the brother, man. It's hard to stand next to a nigga like him. You'd be like, whoa.
I just need a hug, man. You just gotta give him that hug.
Then he might ask to do something to you, and then now you in another world.
Yeah, you good. You say not attractive, man.
Yeah, but Johnny, it make me feel better if I could just give you a little head. I feel so much better and closer to you if you just let me, cousin. Like, yeah, get the fuck off me, bro.
But like I said, prayers, positive energy, everyone heals and everybody get their stuff together.
Definitely.
It's cruel world. Shit fucked up, man. Shit fucked up.
Yeah, man.
But with that being said, that's a wrap on this brand new episode of Another City Opinion Podcast. Your boy John, my co-host Dev, you know him as Dev in the back, and we are out.